Welcome back to Master Your Money and Mindset. I'm your host, Elizabeth Hiza. And guess what, Master Your Money listeners? I have some super exciting news. This episode, a happier, less expensive holiday season, this very episode marks our 50th episode. Woohoo! Congratulations to us. I am so happy to be spending this time with you and to be bringing you all of this financial information. A huge shout out to our production team, to Mike, and to every guest who's ever appeared on Master Your Money and Mindset with me. It has been such an honor and a privilege to get to these 50 episodes, and I am certainly looking forward to the next 50. So huge cheers to Master Your Money and Mindset. So with that, let's dive in. So today we are talking about one of my favorite topics and not so much my favorite topic, but we are talking about holiday spending. Now, it's my favorite topic because, like so many of you, I just love the holidays. I love the holiday season. I love every single thing about it. November 1st marks the holiday season for me. I'm one of those folks. So I just love the fact that we are in this time of year. But of course, with that comes the endless amounts of money that are being spent for various reasons. So I love it because it's the holidays. I don't love it because it puts a lot of pressure on our wallets. So we wanted to put this episode together to see if we can help people enjoy the holidays, maybe spend a little bit less to make January a little less painful when we open up those credit card statements, that we can start the year in a really, really strong financial situation. But to do that in January, we're going to have to be really smart in November and December. So let's give it a try and see what we can do. So we know the holidays are magical and meaningful and full of connection, but they're also so expensive. It's not even the gifts. In addition to that, it's all the travel, it's all the food, it's all the parties, the cards, the decorating. Suddenly December hits and the budget just feels out of control, and you haven't even bought a gift yet because you've been spending all this pre-celebratory spending. So today I'm going to try to walk you through a framework that can help you enjoy the season without overspending, without that guilt. But most importantly, I want you to wake up in January and feel like you're in a position of power, because that's how I want you to start the year. Okay. Our best year, just like with any other resolution, a lot of us are going to start to put our financial resolutions in place in January. And I want you to start there feeling really good and not feeling behind. So you don't have to implement everything, but I'm hoping you could walk away with just one or two tips from this episode. Okay, so number one, let's build a spending strategy that actually works for you. I always get motivated to put a spending strategy in place, one that I saw on TikTok or one that my girlfriend uses or one that I read about. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't really work for me, I'm definitely not going to stick with it. So one of the biggest stressors during the holidays is that we under budget without realizing it. Most people only think about gifts, but there are so many other holiday expenses that add up. So like we talked about, we have meals, we have parties, all these wonderful parties that we have to go to. Typically, you always bring something. We have the travel. I know I'm typically filling my tank a lot more these days than normal. All the wrapping supplies, decorations, Christmas cards have certainly creeped up in price. Hosts or teacher gifts, those teacher gifts always get me the week before school. Of course, I want to show teachers how much we appreciate them. But for some reason, it's always, on the last day before Christmas break that me and the kids put their gifts together. So that's one that sneaks up on us. But even shipping costs for anything that you're shipping, all those little things end up adding up. So when you build your holiday budget, make sure you include all of those and then set realistic limits in each category. It's much easier for you to stay on track when your dollars have a job. So I just gave you all the categories. You have gifts, meals, travel, wrapping, decorations, Christmas cards, teacher or host gifts, and shipping costs. Try to attach a small budget to each one of those categories. To keep yourself and your budget in check, do your best to use cash or debit for holiday purchases. And if you do use credit, stick to what you can pay off within 1 month. The reason for this is obvious. It's really easy to build up a lot of big debt on a credit card that you can't afford to pay off, or you're going to spend half of 2026 trying to pay it off. So do your best to use cash or to use what's in your debit account, but budget properly there so you don't get yourself into trouble paying bills. Use a budgeting app or your phone's digital wallet to try to track your spending in real time and keep a list of what you've bought. So gifts, who you bought the gifts for, receipts, where everything is hidden, because we always forget stuff that maybe we bought for somebody back in June, July, or August, or you forget that on a trip you had already picked up your teacher gifts. So just try to be organized with what you're spending and who those expenses are going towards. And before you spend anything, take a peek at the perks on your credit card, because you may have access to cashback rewards or travel points, or your credit card company could offer discounts with partner retailers that you know you're going to buy from anyway. I know my credit card has a shop in the app where I could buy things and I get credit card points based on what I buy there. So doing all of that can help stretch your dollars a little bit further. Okay, so you want to build a spending strategy that works for you. Categorize every holiday expense, attach a small budget to it, use cash when you can, and check those credit card rewards. See what you can do. Okay, number 2, think creatively about the gifts you're giving. So gift giving doesn't have to be expensive to be meaningful. I know we know this. In fact, happiness research consistently shows that experiences often bring more lasting joy than physical things. So just keep that in mind. So an experience-based gift could look something like a cooking class together, or a local show or sporting event, or a weekend, or a spa day or wine tasting, anything like that. But those gifts are often less expensive, but way more memorable. And you can also create deeply personal, low-cost gifts that feel special. So something like digital photo books or family recipe collection, custom calendars, handmade art from the kids. I did custom calendars for years and my family truly, truly enjoyed them. And then they act as a photo book for that year. So that was always a really good one. For larger families, if you're one of those where you have so many cousins and nieces and nephews, so for larger families, consider Secret Santa or Yankee Swap or White Elephant. Those formats are really fun, they're budget friendly, and they take off so much pressure. Another big trend, or I'd say in gift giving, is sustainable giving is also growing, and it's becoming very intentional. So using recyclable wrapping paper, shopping local, or giving gifts that support a cause your loved ones care about. Those small, thoughtful choices can make the season feel much more aligned with your values. And nothing feels better than when you get a gift and you know that gift was created just for you. In that moment, you're never thinking about how much money somebody did spend or didn't spend. All you're thinking about is the thoughtfulness that that person put into this beautifully personalized gift. Now, the trade-off to that is sometimes it's easier to go out and buy something, but your budget much more appreciates the thoughtfulness and the personalization that can come with one of these suggestions. Okay, so number 1, build a spending strategy that works for you. Be creative about your gift giving. Number 3, our third tip is food, hosting, and entertain without overspending. Food is one of the biggest, most hidden costs during the holidays, but a little bit of planning can certainly save you a lot. So non-perishable holiday foods from like baking ingredients, canned goods, snacks often go on sale in late fall. So now, stock up early if you can. Many grocery stores even run promotions around Thanksgiving. If you spend a certain amount, you get a discount or even a free turkey. I know my grocery store does that. And every year we host Thanksgiving and every year we take advantage of our free turkey. So for decorations and party supplies, mix high end and low end. Buy basics from discount stores and add 1 or 2 statement pieces like a nice centerpiece or fresh garland or nice linens. You don't need a Pinterest perfect home to make people feel welcome. My husband and I host a ton. We host the majority of events in our family, and we certainly love doing it. But, when I was younger and entertaining, I would always try to make everything so perfect. And I was a basket case during the event and never enjoyed myself. And now, 15 years later, I still love hosting, but I am so much more relaxed because I know the people coming into my home are going to love me no matter what. They are going to love me if my linens aren't perfect. They're going to love me if my plates aren't the best brand. They're going to love me if my centerpiece is a little sloppy, no matter what. So try to remember, if you are hosting this holiday season, to focus on the people who are coming over to your home and less about the material things that are happening there. Tip number 4, our next tip is to make sure you travel smart. If you are driving or flying somewhere, travel can be the biggest part of your holiday budget. So you have to prepare for that. And here are some tips that can help. Make sure you book early. After mid-November, airfare and hotel prices typically jump. So if you can get ahead of that and book your tickets early, make the decision, book the tickets, and you'll probably save money. Use fare tracking apps to catch price drops. I have had friends who have used these fare tracking apps and say they work really well. I can't say that I personally have had any luck with those, but they do exist. And what the heck, give it a try. Be flexible if you can with your travel dates, because flying a day earlier or a day later can save you hundreds of dollars. I have taken advantage of that. Make sure you compare all options. You have trains, buses, ride sharing. Sometimes those can be a little bit cheaper and less stressful when you don't have to worry about planes or delays or things like that. So compare all your options. Make sure you pack light. So you want to avoid baggage fees by using a carry-on, or at least knowing what the fees are for the ticket you bought. But pack light, bring only a carry-on. You could do it. I know everyone says that they can't even function with just a carry-on, but you can, and you will thank yourself, because it always feels better to travel lighter. And then consider travel insurance if you think you need it, because if those plans change, you don't want to be out those dollars. Those all seem basic, but again, when it comes to travel, that can eat up a big part of your holiday budget. But planning ahead can give you more control and fewer surprises. So we talked about building a budget that works. We talked about thinking creatively about gifts. You don't always have to go out and buy these huge gifts. We talked about making sure that you pay attention to any hosting or entertaining costs, and to remember that people love you because they love you. No matter how you host a party. And number 4, always pay attention to the travel part of your budget and see what you can do to minimize that. Okay, our last tip is that it's never too early to start saving for next year. So I know you're not even through this year yet. I know everyone's just trying to get through the next few weeks to get to the holidays, but you will never regret saving money in 2026. Your 2026 self will thank you for starting now. So I mean 2 things. Number 1, if you can challenge yourself that during this holiday season, you are going to take advantage of one of these other tips I taught you, and you're going to say, okay, because of that, I'm going to challenge myself to put $20 extra a week in my emergency fund, or I'm going to forego my Starbucks this holiday season, and I'm going to put $10 extra a week in my savings account, or I'm going to up my 401k contributions from now until Christmas. Right? So challenge yourself to just turn up the dial on savings this holiday season to see if you can do it. But the second tip is that there's always post-season clearance sales. Use those sales to stock up on what you need for the following year. If it's wrapping paper, if it's decor, if it's paper goods, whatever it is, use it. Take advantage of the after Christmas sales, so that way next November you have it and you don't need to stress about it. Okay. So in closing, I want to remind everybody to celebrate what matters most. At the heart of all of this, the holidays are about connection and not consumption. And when you plan intentionally, when you spend creatively, and when you prepare early, the season becomes lighter and calmer and so much more enjoyable. You can totally still create magic without overspending or sacrificing your financial peace, because January is going to come and I want you to feel so good, because once January comes, we're going to start talking about financial resolutions and goal setting and savings and saving more. And I want you to feel like you're in a position of power to do that. And that starts now. So, folks, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed this very special episode as it marks our 50th. But as always, thank you for tuning in to Master Your Money and Mindset. If today's episode brought you clarity or inspiration, please share it with someone you love. And remember, the greatest gift you can give yourself this season is the peace of mind that comes from thoughtful financial choices. I promise you, your future self will thank you. Until next time, I'm Elizabeth Hiza, wishing you a joyful and financially empowered holiday season. Thank you for listening to Master Your Money and Mindset. You can find these episodes on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you heard. You can follow Barnum Financial Group on LinkedIn and Instagram. Thanks so much.
All opinions expressed by the program participants are solely their current opinions and do not reflect the opinions their respective parent companies or affiliates or the companies with which the program participants are affiliated. Investments or strategies mentioned in this program may not be suitable for you, and you should make your own independent decision regarding them. This material does not take into account your particular investment objectives, financial situation, or needs, and is not intended as recommendations appropriate for you. You should strongly consider seeking advice from your own investment advisor. Securities and investment advisory services offered through qualified registered representatives of MML Investor Services, LLC. Member SIPC, 6 Corporate Drive, Shelton, Connecticut, 06484, telephone number 203-513-6000.